What up, what up? It's your boy Kakaroto, aka Coco. Sorry for the delay, I was setting up the stream. If you're new to the channel, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. And if you already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. With that being said, let's go ahead and hit that intro and we'll get things started. DJ Tids, hit me with that intro, please. Alright, Jordan. No swearing. I will try my very best. If something scary does come up, I'm gonna try. You know what? I'm gonna try my. I made myself a New Year's resolution to try not to curse. You're absolutely right. I'll try not to curse. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Alright, let's go ahead and get things started. That very obnoxious sneeze got in the way. So we're in chapter 5, Gigolomaniacs. Last episode we found out that there is an underground facility in the hospital where they used to do experiments on the brain on people before the whole earthquake happened at Shibuya town. And we ended up rescuing this girl who we thought was the killer, but she ended up not being the killer for now. So we're back at the laboratory where we're gonna find out where these other characters what their involvement is with the story. So let's see what's gonna happen here. It's the pink hair girl. I'm still betting on it. You think? She's important for sure, but we'll see. This is it. Come in. Why are you staring? Get moving. Excuse me? So Takeru was about to find out that Kanusato is the actual DJ who was posting all these videos online this whole time. Let's see his reaction. It's not nice to stare at people's homes. Home? Is this your... That's right. Is there a problem? It's just... I mean... all dirty and shit? The outside wasn't much better, but looking inside, it was hard to believe that there was still apartments this dumpy in Shibuya. The same was true of everything else in the room. Everything in the apartment was the cheapest kind of you could buy. The only thing that was worth anything was the computer. Huh? What is it, Miyashi? What did you say, Dragon Fox? You said nah. I'm sure it's for making people surprised for the plot twist, but that's my theory. I don't think it's Sarika. Sarika's the girl with the pink hair. I think she has an involvement with all of this. But remember, what we have discovered recently, the theory behind what's going on behind these events is that people have superpowers, right? Psychic superpowers, because they were experimented on with their brains. So I'm assuming that whoever has these powers, I'm thinking it's him, Takeru. That's who I'm thinking it is, but he's doing it unintentionally. That's what I'm assuming. So you're thinking it's Sarika, I'm thinking it's Takeru. Anyways, continuing with the story. I pushed Ito out the way and ran over to the computer. The monitor was still on, and the page there was one I'd seen many times. Shibuya News. And it wasn't the display version of the page that we'd seen so many times. The page was in the process of being edited. No way. Are you K? So that was it. I thought I'd heard her voice somewhere before. Her voice was just too different from the gentle K that we were used to hearing. But that voice was without doubt K's. No way, seriously? You mean you're K from Shibuya News? Ito was pretty excited too, it seemed. Of course he was. K was someone we both admired. She was the ultimate right-sider. Since even I admitted it, she had to be at the top of her class. I'd never thought I'd be able to meet her like this, though. But I can't say I'd ever imagined Kei having a weird personality like this. Kunosato, the girl who'd been insulting us the whole evening, was the same person as the gentle Kei that we knew from Shibuya News. Which was the real one, I didn't know. Dragon Fox, you said, yeah, but superpowered beings could do the killing and anyone could be one of them, so that's why I think it's one of the important characters. You think so? But the thing is this, are they doing it intentionally or unintentionally? Remember, there is this whole distortion between the real world and the delusional world, at least at this point. And why had Kei brought us to her room? I thought I remembered her saying she decided if she could use us later. Alright, here we're gonna save just to see what the negative side does. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen here. So remember, we are playing the first playthrough as neutral, but I am gonna pick negative first just to see what the hell's going on. I looked over and saw something strange in the corner of the room. The best way to describe it would be to call it a sword, but I wasn't sure if most people who saw it would think of that. Its design was complicated and frankly unrealistic. For some reason, looking at it made me feel uneasy. It made me feel really bad, actually. What was that? If someone told me it was for cosplay, I'd probably believe them. If nothing else, it didn't match the image I had of the person in front of me. Not the Kei I knew from Shibuya News. Or the Kunosato who'd been swearing at me the whole night. Did she maybe have a third identity? Maybe she was a famous cosplayer. Or maybe she was a toy artisan who made life-size weapons. Maybe she was an otaku who collected swords like this. Remember, everyone, keep in mind that they did mention something before. When somebody with supernatural powers displays these events, a dai sword appears. Maybe this is a dai sword? Either way, it felt like a bad idea to mention it. Best to just ignore it. Best to pretend I never saw it. Trigger on. Let's see.
Miyashiro.
Are you interested in that sword? Kunosato brought it up, and I was trying my hardest to ignore it. No, not really. I tried my best to laugh and avoid looking at it. Come on, don't make me talk about this with you. I just knew it was going to end badly. But Kunosato took up the blade with a calm look on her face. She swung it around and assumed a fighting stance. Her moves were graceful and beautiful. For a moment I fell in love. This sword was the perfect weapon for her. I didn't know why, but that's how it seemed. She swung the sword right in front of my eyes. I could hear the sound of it cutting through the wind. No. I could see some of my bangs falling to the ground. It was incredibly sharp. If it touched me, it would slice me in half. It would tear me apart. I gulped.
お前たちを
I brought you here.
お前をここに連れてきたのは他でもない。
I brought you here for a reason.
口封じのためだ。
To keep you from talking.
私は
I am
内
Mio
閣特殊調
Kunosato,
査室のスーパーエージェン
a
ト。
super agent working with the
Kunosato
Japanese Cabinet Special
コードネ
Investigation
ーム
Team.
は青の剣士。
My code name is Azure Swordmans.
お前は今
You've learned too much about the secret project going on in Shibuya right now.
ゆえに生かしてはおけないんだ。
I cannot let you live.
許せ。
Forgive me. Huh? Kunosato took a step forward, moving as if she were about to begin the dance. It only took an instant.
タクあれ私
She cut Sakura in half? A spurt of blood burst from Sarika. What the fuck I call her Sakura for? A spurt of blood burst from Sarika's chest and she fell over. What? What just happened? I hadn't even seen Konosato swing her sword.
全員
None of you will be allowed to leave here alive.
呪うなら
Don't
自
blame
分
me.
の運命を呪え。
Blame your fate. No. Don't do it. Damn, yo, she's ruthless. She's just killing everybody one by one. Ito screamed and fell, blood pouring from his chest. I still couldn't see it. The sword moved so fast. This was the power of the super agent, the Azure Swordsman. Kunosato turned toward me. I only had a few seconds left to live, but for some reason, as she held the blade that killed Sarika and Ito, Kunosato seemed so beautiful.
お前が見ている景色は本物ではない。
What you're seeing isn't real.
世界はすべて
This whole world
エラーだ。
is an error. Those were the last things that Kunosato said to me. Then everything went black. Maybe it was some small mercy of hers that I didn't feel any pain. Huh? So, in case you're curious about what's happening, Takaru is having these delusions from time to time, and I'm assuming that she is aware of whenever he goes into those trances or delusion into the other world. You can call it the Matrix, I guess, in this instance. Let's go ahead and reload and go back to the original and see what happens when we select the neutral. Regardless of what happens, we're not going to pick positive or negative. We're going to stay neutral. So, anyways. I'm gonna skip this part of the sword. Like I said, I just wanted to show you guys what happens when I pick negative. At least for this playthrough, we are gonna pick the negative ones, not the positive ones, just to see what happens. I plan on doing like at least 3 playthroughs for this. One with being neutral, one being negative, and the other one being positive. Alright. So, like she was explaining, I completely agree with her that Takaru has noticed, or he's able to, tap into this otherworldly dimension, I guess you can call it, where he actually sees events for what they aren't, and he's able to experience, I guess, I wouldn't say the future, but an alternate reality where if something bad really does happen, then that is what occurs. Anyways, let's continue. Anyway, it seemed like Kunosato knew something. What was she thinking? Why was she holding out? Was she enjoying seeing us confused? Did she enjoy knowing things that we didn't? Was she trying to assume a bigger role in the story? Why did the characters like this always act so arrogant when you saw them in movies and novels? Who the hell do you think you are? Just give us the damn information already. That's the whole point of your character, right? Are you trying to draw out the mystery so you get more screen time? You're just a side character, so know your dang role. Takaru was getting annoyed that she's not sharing the truth with us. There was no way I could say that. So I just had to wait for her to start talking. More importantly, you. Huh? You, Takuru Miyashiro. Stop acting so bewildered all the time. We just started Lokodokan like about 15 minutes ago. We just got back to her apartment and they found out that she was Kei, the individual who put out the news on Shibuya News. That's all that's happened so far. And we did like a negative effect to see what the negative effects would be. And then we reloaded and now we're in the neutral one again. Right, what is it? Crap, she was really scary. Was the Kei that I loved only an image I'd created for myself? And was this girl who she really was? Kunosato stood by the wall and glared at me, oblivious to how I felt. Mind you, Takaru and Ito admired this character so much. They had no idea that this character, Kei, was Kunosato. So it's pretty hard for them to differentiate who that individual on the podcast was and this individual which they see in front of them. What is your power? Huh? It was so sudden that I didn't know what I'd been asked. Remember that Takaru said that he used to have a power. Power? Who, me? I told you before, right? That facility was heavily guarded. It wasn't the kind of place an amateur could get inside that easily. The one thing I noticed that Takaru has, and he has mentioned it in the game, is that every time he's got this, I wouldn't say the power that he has, I believe that he has to do with probability. I think that's his power, probability. Every time the odds are against him, he somehow makes the odds go towards him. If a door is locked, haven't you noticed throughout this whole gameplay, the doors are actually open for him. So he's able to open the doors. Maybe he is the key, metaphorically speaking, in the game that connects all these characters. That's just my theory. I just got lucky. A lot of coincidences happened. And that's how I got inside. Don't hide it. You're using your power to do it. You're wrong. It's the same thing with the way the observation monitor is turned on. What was she talking about? And mind you, we did find a sword in her apartment. It's actually a dai sword, I believe. Coco, if I can today, wanna do Modern Warfare tomorrow? Yeah, we'll do Modern Warfare tomorrow. So he can't get a harem with ease? What the hell? I didn't have any kind of powers. And wait, Kay, I respected you, so try not to disappoint me so much. But mind you, this whole time, even a couple of episodes before, Takeru has considered himself special. That he's one of a kind, that he does have powers. He just doesn't know what he has. What evidence do you have for that anyway? When I saw you down there, I figured that either you or he had to be a psychic. Kunosato pointed at me and Ito in turn. So either us or Ito has powers, but remember, the last time we did that together, I was with Sarika. So it's either us or Sarika who has the powers. Me too? Yeah, but you didn't show any signs of a response after that, so I eliminated you. Response? When you saw the 11th Rorschach. Oh my lord, this fucking picture. What did Loco say? If he had his parents, shoot. So many awkward moments, so tragic for his childhood. Yeah, he lost, remember, his parents got assassinated. Taco don't have psychic powers, it's cause he was the only Nibba when Skyrim first came out to max out lockpicking first. What the fuck? Kunosato's deep dark eyes were peering into me. But Takeru Miyashiro, when you saw that image, you reacted violently. No, I mean, that picture's really creepy, right? Of course I did. The way you reacted was different. How did you feel when you saw it? Tell me. The feeling I'd experienced when I'd seen the sumo sticker image came back to me. When I looked at it, all the hairs on my body stood on the end, and I was attacked by nightmarish delusions from which there was no escape. It was so scary I couldn't help but look away from it. Alright. Want to look at it again? To prove your innocence? Oh hell no. The fuck? I lost my childhood to my mom and my dad playing Uno and Dad won? What the fuck? Kunosato turned towards her computer and opened up a folder. She watched my face carefully as she moved to click on an image inside the folder. No, please. Please stop. I slowly sank to the floor and sat down, sweat pouring from my body. I looked away from the computer. I didn't have the courage to look at the image right now. Enough of this! Ah shit, Sarika. Sarika interrupted with a yell. It was the first time in ages I'd heard her yell. I looked up to see her standing between me and Kunosato with her hands on her lips. On her hips. What do you think you're doing? Are you seriously talking to Taco about psychics? Like this is an anime or something? You're insane. What? Onoe? Taku's seen those stickers at places where people had been killed. Of course they make him sick. When I remember what happened at the Love Hotel, I feel like throwing up too. So this is weird that Serika's pointing this out. So like I said, either Serika is the one with the psychic powers or it's Takeru. Let's just keep that in mind. Yeah, fuck, Serika broke the fourth wall, which probably makes her a god, which means power. Then it could be the... I don't know, she might have psychic powers, but I don't think that makes her the killer. If something that stupid is your proof, that makes me a psychic too, doesn't it? No. You're not a psychic. Why? Serika pushed harder. When she thought I was in trouble, sometimes she would turn into a totally different person. She would try to protect me in a different way than Kurusu. It made me happy, it made me feel better, but... thanks. But you can cool it for a little. What? But... Just back off for a bit. Thanks. Really. There was no way I had any kind of psychic power. But I'd already suspected that powers like that were involved in this case somehow. So I wanted to hear what Kunosato had to say. You said wait, has it mentioned anything about a person beyond the realm? The one female supposedly got into his mind before. Serika sounded like a Gyaru or some secondary character when the main character is found out to be chosen one for a bit. A little bit. I agree with you, Loco. And yes, Dragon Fox, there was this other female who we rescued from the hospital that actually had psychic powers, or someone beyond the realm in the other dimension that's able to control people's minds, I guess you could say. Kunosato looked at me for a moment questioningly and then sighed. Then she took out her phone and made a call. The person on the phone didn't seem very happy about it, but they eventually gave their approval. She nodded and hung up the phone, then spoke. We're leaving again. Well, this time you won't be in any danger. Don't worry. And this is another thing in my mind. Is this a real world? Is this a fake world? It's awfully late for you to be visiting, but there's still time before we close, so enjoy and relax. Kunosato took me to Cafe Lax. We were taken to a big table by the window. Come to think of it, I'd just been here a while ago. Last time it was to listen in on the conversation between Hinae Arimura and Shinjo. While I was thinking about that, the person Kunosato had called walked into the cafe. They seemed upset. Huh? They could have manipulated the whole time and stuff and make this happen. The only one I would think it's a god like a man or the killer. Well, we're about to find out. When I looked up and saw who was there, I gasped. It's awfully late for you to be visiting. Enjoy and relax. Who could it be? I'm curious. Get the fuck out of here! I'll be leaving as soon as I'm done. You're late. Even I have to get ready to go places. Hinae Arimura? It was the girl I was just thinking about. Huh? It's Hina. Hello. So what's going on here, everyone? No clue. Don't ask me. True. What was she inviting Hinae for here?
ていうか
And you know?
久野里さん
Konosato, I told you not to get me involved in things just because I'm a helpful tool.
互いに情報の提
We
供を
offer each other information.
そういう約束だろ
That was the deal.
そっちばっかり私を利用してるくせに
The hell, Dragon Fox, you're still guessing it's Erika? And yet you're the one who's using me, not the other way around.
いいから座れ
Just sit down. Arimura sighed, glanced at us, and sat down with a frown on her face. There was an awkward moment after we ordered our drinks when no one spoke.
それで
So,
何なんです
what's up? Once our drinks arrived, Arimura, of course, was the first one to speak up.
口で説明するよりも
I figured it would be faster to show them than explain.
まさか
Did you tell them? You couldn't.
利用価値があ
I
りそうだ
decided they could be worth using.
ほんと勘弁してほしいんですけど
Plot twist? Coco Chungus is the killer? What the fuck? Really? I wish you'd cut that out. From the way they were talking, Arimura must have known about these powers as well. And
つべこべ言わずに見せ
just
て
stop whining and show them what. I almost fucking choked. What if this whole thing is like the Matrix and this is not a real world? The way things are happening in the delusions, what if this is just like a computer simulated program? I mean, who knows? Let's just go along with it. Just stop whining and show them. Show them? Wait, she couldn't mean.
嫌ですよ
No, it's a pain in the butt.
宮代拓が能
I
力者
want
かどうか
proof of whether or not Takuro Miyashiro is a psychic.
いや
No,
だからですね
no way, I told you. I'm not.
間違いなく
He's
能
a
力者で
psychic,
すよ
no doubt about it. What? So what is she gonna show them? Is she gonna pull out a die sword on them also? No fucking way. No plot twist. Cosby did it for Coco Chungus, but Coco Chungus got framed. What the fuck? I'm about to change my profile picture to Chungus now because I feel like I do look like him. Arimura spoke as if it was the most normal thing in the world.
有村
Arimura?
おい本当か宮代
Hey, is she right? Miyashiro?
信じられないよ
I can't believe that.
だから僕
I
は
told
知ら
you,
な
I
いって
don't know what she's talking about.
ふんなるほど
I
ね
see. It's
知ら
true
な
that
い
he
というのは
doesn't
本当
know.
みたいです無自覚なんですね
He has no idea.
無自覚も何も有村はなんでそんなこと言
How
い
would
切れ
you
るんだ
know, Arimura?
あれ
Oh?
思い当たる節
You
あ
really
りません
have
か
no idea.
そんなのあるわ
Of course I don't. If I had that power, I would have used it for something.
でも
But
自分がこうなってほ
when
しい
you
と思っ
want
たところで
something to happen,
いつも特別なことが
something
起きたりした
special
でしょ
always does, right?
例えば
For
例のラブ
example,
ホテルに先輩が
when
潜
you
入した
snuck
時
into the Love Hotel.
あの時
The
部屋には
door
確かに鍵
to
が
the
かかっていたん
room
ですよ
was
な
locked.
のに先輩はどうやって入
So
ってきた
how
んで
did
す
you get in? Oh yeah, I remember last time she was able to get, he was able to get in. But that still doesn't explain the weird knocks after something happens.
嘘だ
You're lying. It wasn't locked.
いいえ閉まってました
It was.
けどいき
But
なり開いたんで
suddenly,
す
it wasn't.
だよね
Am I
セリ
wrong, Sari?
う
Huh? Sarika hesitated for a moment and looked at me.
確かに
Yeah, I did hear a click.
尾上
ほら
See?
それが宮代先輩の能力
That's
で
your
す
power. My power? No way.
おそらく望ん
It's
だように
likely
物
the
体を
ability
動
to
かす能
cause
力
things to move
いわゆるテレ
is
キネシ
usually
ス
called
あるいは
telekinesis,
サイコキ
but
ネ
its
シスだ
other name,
それを持って
psychokinesis,
いる
might be more fitting for you. Holy shit. Usually when I see MC who be pussies, I'm like, alright, I'ma head out. But with this, I can see what he is like he is. In the end, he's a normal teenager crossing the lines into something he shouldn't cross. That is true, I agree. He is oblivious, but at the same time not gullible, if that makes sense.
病院の地下施設にあんな簡単に侵入で
That's
き
how
た
you
の
were
も
able to get inside the hospital so easily.
本当かよ。
Are you serious? Ito was looking at me in shock.
いや
No, wait.
違う
That's not right. Sure, when I'd gone into the psych ward and the underground lab, a lot of coincidences had happened all at once. Doors that would normally be locked weren't. When I'd gone down the underground facility from the autopsy room, something had gotten stuck and I'd been able to open a secret door. But
そんな特殊な能力なん
there's
て
no such thing as
本当にあるわけ
psychic powers. But yet he's the one that came up with this theory, remember that? Is he in denial? Pyrokinesis is controlling fire. I don't think that has a lot to do with... Well, who never knows? We'll see.
でもさ、
But
言ってたよな。
Miyashiro, you said
今
there
回の事
might
件の
be
鍵かもし
the
れないっ
key
て。
to this case. Exactly, Ito. Ito was right. He hit the nail in the coffin. He called him out for what he claimed.
それはそうだけど
I did say that, but... Sure, I'd been saying it just a little while ago. But only after being told that I was psychic did I understand. I hadn't actually really believed it. When I'd said it out loud, I'd acted like it was some brilliant theory, but in my mind, I'd still been treating it as fiction. I mean, you know, right? How could I have something so crazy?
先輩
Can you answer every question I'm about to say with no?
は
Huh?
なんだよいきなり
What's this all about?
いいから答えてください
Just do it, okay?
あはい
What's up, Dragon Fox? Oh, okay. I nodded since it didn't seem like I was going to be given a chance to disagree.
自分のクラスの人間はバカばっかりだと思ってい
You
る
think everyone in your class is an idiot?
いいえ
No.
でも本当はその輪の中
But
に
you
入り
wish
た
you
いと
could be a
思っている
part of their group.
いいえ
No.
一人でカラオケに行ったこと
You've
が
gone to karaoke by yourself?
いいえ
No.
一人でカラオケに行ったけれ
You
ど
went to karaoke by
一曲も
yourself
歌っては
but
いない
didn't sing a single song?
いいえ
No.
クルス先輩と一緒に暮ら
When
してい
you
た
were
時
living with
クル
Kurusu,
ス先
you
輩のお風呂を
peeked in
覗
on
いちゃった
her
ことがある
when she was in the bath.
いいえ
No.
なるほど
I
わかり
see.
ました
I understand. The fuck was that about? Arimura nodded and smiled.
わかったって何が
You understand what? Here's my suggestions for you. Since now a few streams won't happen due to Copa, if it really will happen, I can give you a few games to play for replacement. Bruh, Arimura just exposing Taco for being a pervert loner. We'll see Dragon Fox. Like I said, we still have a whole month of December to figure out what the hell's gonna happen. If you have liked videos before on my other channel, they're not deleted. They won't show on your like list. They're just hidden. They're private, so just don't delete them yet. It's just they've just been made hidden because of the whole Copa thing.
まず最初の質問
First, the first question,
みんなバカ
Miyashiro,
ば
you
っかり
think
だと思っ
everyone's
て
an
ますね
idiot, don't you?
そんなことは
That's not true.
それから次そうは言っても本当は寂しくて
Next, but you're actually lonely and want to be a part of their group. No, I'm not interested in their unproductive conversations.
カラオケに一
You
人で
went
行
to
きましたね
karaoke by yourself, didn't you?
それは新聞部の
Just to
取材
do
で行っただけ
something
だ
for the
でも
newspaper
歌って
club. I didn't sing.
それは嘘です
That's a lie.
え
Huh?
本当は歌いました
You did sing.
歌ってな
I
い
did not sing.
一曲だけですか
Was it just one song?
だから歌ってな
I
いって
told you I didn't sing.
なるほど
I see.
一曲だけ
It
歌っ
was
たんです
just
ね
one song, huh?
おい
Hey,
本当
Miyashiro.
か
Is
お前
that true?
あれだけ歌ってないって否定
You
してたよ
kept
な
insisting you didn't sing, remember? Harimura, how do you know this stuff? I had seemed like a waste, so I did sing one song.
最後に
Finally, when Kurusu was in the bath. So she has psychic powers to tell the truth. Is she gonna expose his bitch ass? Wait a minute. Well, at least we will still have have our Phoenix Wright stream on Christmas. Yes, we are. We are gonna pay Phoenix Wright. Oh my god. Enough. Stop it. Oh my god, he did peek at her.
僕
Oh my god, Sarika's gonna feel jealous. Sarika made a noise like that you lose buzzer on a game show. Is this a TV variety show or... No, that was Yuto playing a trick. He said nobody was inside, so I opened the door and I looked away quickly, so I didn't see anything. It's true. Do you have any idea what the hell I went through after that? Just remembering it terrified me. Wait, no.
それが一体何だ
Whoa,
っていうんだ
whoa, what of it?
わかりませんか
Can't
今
you
のが
tell?
私の能力です
That's my power.
え
Huh?
他人の口にした言葉が嘘か真実かわかる
Didn't I already tell you?
それが
Yes, you
私の
did
能
tell
力なん
me.
です
That's crazy. I can tell if what someone says is true or false. That's my power. She could tell if someone was lying? And then I finally realized the way Arimura had acted and the things she said.
言葉に出してもらってもいいですか
Can you say that out loud? What was that about?
彼女の言ってること本当
Is
かな
what she's saying true?
いやホットリーディングや
No,
コールドリ
it
ーディング
could
って
be
可能
hot
性もある
reading
し
or cold reading.
ホットリーディング
So hot reading and cold reading is when you pretty much try to interrogate somebody. It's pretty much a detective tool that people use to try to see what people answer. They check their body language and whatnot. But in this case, it's something completely different. I believe she's not looking into that. She's definitely has psychic powers and is able to tell based on what people respond back, because she's not really looking into the body language or their responses. She's literally, I guess, like a mind reader, if that makes sense. But only when it comes to questions to get the answers that she wants, not as far as reading their thoughts on a constant basis.
つまり事前に調査して
And it's when you look things up ahead of time, actually. Just look it up on your own later.
ああもういい
Forget it. This is taking too long. Kunosato looked annoyed and bored as she watched our conversation.
あれを見せてやれ
Show it to him.
それが一番早い
That's the fastest way.
あれですか
Show him?
こんなところで
Here?
多分
I don't think anyone but Miyashiro will be able to see it.
そうかもしれません
Maybe,
Kedo.
but... Arimura looked toward the ground. Show me something? Wait, what was she going to show me? She nodded reluctantly and then suddenly stood up in front of me.
宮代先輩
Miyashiro?
何
What?
よく見ててください
Watch carefully. And then she lifted up her skirt. What the fuck? No, that's not what happened. Huh? What are you going to show me? I almost asked, but then I stopped. Don't tell me it's... Suddenly she stretched out her right hand out of her side. She inhaled slowly and seemed to draw something out of the air. Huh? As I sat there astonished, she pulled something impossibly out of empty air. It was warped, yet elegant. It's the fucking die sword. Ugly, yet fascinating. It was inorganic and organic at the same time. It was as if it contained every shape in the world. It was a... a sword. Wasn't this the same thing Kunosato had at her apartment? The shape was different, but it had the same terrible feeling to it. But Arimura had just pulled it out of thin air. How did you do that? Arimura looked unhappy as she saw my shock. So you can see it. Huh? What's she talking about, Taku? What do you mean a sword? You two can't see it? Sarika and Ituo both shook their heads. It's impossible. It was huge. How could they not see it? I quickly looked around the room, but no one else, not the customers or the employees, was looking at the thing in Arimura's hands. No, they couldn't see it. And that settles it. What do you mean? What Arimura is holding can prove that someone is a psychic. It's called a die sword. A die sword? I'd heard her use that word before. I didn't realize that she was talking about this, though. Only psychics can see die swords in that state. In other words, if you can see it, it's beyond any reasonable doubt that you're a psychic. Kunosato's cold voice dropped even lower than usual. But I've never used any kind of power like that. But it's true. I couldn't believe it. So much was going through my head that I couldn't think. I looked over at the die sword again. Arimura fiddled with it and snorted. Well, since we're both Gigalomaniacs, let's get along, I guess. Gigalomaniacs? I remember Kunosato using that word before too. That's what we call psychics. Gigalomaniacs. It doesn't matter what you call them, I still can't believe it. My psychokinesis, you called it. That's unscientific. Yeah. Psychokinesis is simply the word I use to make it easier for you to visualize. There's actually a more scientific concept that exists. Scientific? I looked at Arimura's sword skeptically. Scientific? That?
ますよ、クノサトさん。
Oh, I think you're
説
wasting
明
your
とかしても
time,
さっぱりわ
Konosato.
かんないと思います。
Even if you
ちなみに
explained it,
私は一つも理
you
解で
wouldn't
きてません。
understand a word. By the way, neither did I when she explained it to me.
お前と一緒にすんな。僕はこれでも
Don't think I'm like you. I'm actually...
はいはい。
Right. Damn it. She was pissing me off.
理解などしなくていい。
You don't need to
最
understand
低限
it.
のことだけは覚えておけ。
What you do need to
ギ
understand
ガ
is
ロマニアックス
this.
の能力を
Don't use your Gigolomaniac power like you're in a
超能力と同じように使うな。
cartoon.
そん
It's
な安易な
not
もの
that
でも
simple,
愉快なものでも
and
ない。
it's not that pleasant.
何が違うって言うんです。
What's different?
ギガロマニアックスの能力とは
The ability of a Gigolomaniac is
自らの妄想を
Put
現実に
simply,
変換する力
the
だ。
ability to change their delusions into reality.
妄想現実に
Change their delusions into reality? What was she talking about? That wasn't scientific at all.
ディラックの海という言葉を
Have you ever heard of the direct
知
sea?
らないだろうな。
Well, of course you haven't.
ディラックの海。
The direct seed? Sarika started to fidget on the sofa. She probably couldn't follow what we were talking about at all, but she could tell that I was nervous.
確か量子力学の中の
That's a
概念で
concept
すよ
from
ね
the quantum mechanics, isn't it?
ほう。
Oh, I'm
驚いたな。
surprised. I didn't expect a mere high school boy to know that. For some reason, a lot of people on the Japanese internet loved relativity theory and quantum mechanics. Schrodinger's cat, for example, had been discussed so many times by now that it was considered an embarrassment to even bring it up. So I knew a little.
真空を負の
It's
エネルギーに満
defined
た
as
さ
a
れた空間だ
vacuum
と定義するんですよ
filled
ね。
with negative energy,
で、
right?
そこをディラックの海って
That
呼んで
vacuum is called a direct sea.
ああ、そうだ。
That's right.
ディラックの海は
The direct sea is a world filled with negative energy. Kunosato looked at Arimura's hands as she held the dai sword. And then Arimura smiled a little wickedly.
そのなん
And
とかの
this,
海
what's
と
at
この
sea?
剣を使って妄
You
想を
use
現
it
実
in
にで
this
きるん
sword
です
to
よ。
make your delusions
リアル
reality.
ブートっていうら
That's
しいですけ
called
ど
a
ね。
real boot, supposedly. So I'm guessing he draws from this negative energy realm and creates a sword of his own?
リアルブート。
A real boot.
ディソードは剣の
The
形
die
をしている
swords
の
are shaped like the
実は
weapons,
ただの武器じゃな
but
い。
that's not all they are.
ディラックの海
They are
に干渉
terminals
し
that let you affect
現
the
実との
direct
間の
sea
パイプとなる
and
端末だ。
function as a pipe between it and reality.
ギガロマニアックスがそ
By
の端末
using
を用いる
these
と
terminals,
本来
Gigolomaniacs can
現実
draw
空間の中に存在
out
でき
more
ないはず
negative
の
energy
負のエネルギー
and
を
should
引き
be
出すこ
able
と
to
ができる。
exist in reality.
すると
Then, in accordance with whole theory,
粒子と反粒子が
pairs
生
of
まれる。
particles and antiparticles are
それがエ
created.
ラーとなって
They become errors which affect the dead spots of others' brains. So you're telling me there's somebody else who is actually a freaking psychic and he's maybe the killer? So it has to be somebody else who's a psychic who's the killer, right?
脳のデッドスポット。
Dead spots of the brain. Dead spots of the brain?
デッドスポットというのは人間の脳におけ
By
る視
dead
覚や
spots,
視
I
覚だ
refer
よ。
to the blind spots in the visual area of the human brain.
そこに影響を与えられるということは、つまり自分の
Affecting
妄
these
想を
areas
そこへ
means
送り込み
transmitting your own
妄
delusions
想
into
通りの
them
ものを相手
so
に
that
見
the
せられる
target
ということ
sees
だ。
your delusions. Transmitting your own delusions into them. So basically, you're able to let the other person see what you want to see in a negative aspect from this dimension. Now I know why the series is called Science Adventure. I'm feeling a big brain right now. What the fuck? It's interesting as fuck though, the storyline though.
しかも
and the target experiences that delusion as a completely real phenomenon. So somebody's messing with our brain, it's what's going on. But that's just a hallucination, isn't it? It's no different than hypnosis. Hypnosis? Really? Then what if every single person around you recognizes that delusion as a reality? Every single person? That's right. And what if by everyone I meant every single person in Shibuya? So are they saying that everything going on in Shibuya is a delusion? Or what if that spread to every person in Tokyo, then everyone in Japan, and then everyone in the world? Who would tell you that it wasn't real? You see, I was telling you something is not right. Are we either in the Matrix or we in... I don't know. This is kind of strange. It's like Bill Nye on crack while also being a psychic. What the fuck? Yeah, pretty much. That makes sense somehow. That's... At that point, your delusion is neither fiction nor a hallucination. It becomes reality. That's why we call it real booting. But that's impossible. There's no way you could alter reality like that. I rubbed my head back with my fingers, trying to make sense out of all of this. Let's say that hypothetically, and just hypothetically, mind you, I was one of these gigolomaniacs. It's impossible for a delusion to affect the real world, like opening a locked door. All of the researchers, including us, thought the same thing at first, but we were overly optimistic. What? The delusions of the gigolomaniacs and the shared reality they create are capable of altering the physical world itself. So you're saying that whatever we have in our delusions, if we're not careful with our powers, they may manifest themselves in real life. That's kind of creepy. And that's what makes them so dangerous. I looked at Arimura's sword, then back at Kunosato. Arimura was still smiling as she held the sword in front of me. I couldn't tell if the light it gave out was a holy or evil, but for a moment it was so beautiful that I shivered. October 11th, 2015, Sunday. Holy shit. Alright, what time is it? We've been playing this for like, what? Alright, I think I'm gonna leave it there for now. Only because it's already 2:16 a.m. and I do have to wake up early tomorrow. I have to take care of something in the morning. We're definitely gonna leave it there for now. That was definitely interesting. So my question is this: there's a lot of things going on with well, at least we're able to prove that Takeru has psychic powers. Will he be able to wield his own sword? I'm thinking he will be able to. Now the other thing is, I don't know, man. It seems kind of gay to me. What the fuck? I'm kind of thinking that Sarika is going to show some psychic powers too. I mean, she has to at this point. Same thing with Ito. I think these things are contagious, and I think whoever's around us are able to experience these things too. Maybe that's not the case, but at least we are able to prove that Takeru has psychic powers. But now we have confirmed another clue, not of who the killer is, but how these killings are happening. Whoever is doing this, theory number one, they have to be psychic. Theory number two, which is with theory number one, they're having these delusions and they're making these delusions reality, which is making these horrid freaking killings or murders happen in real life. And then the last theory is also that maybe all of this is not real. Maybe all of this is happening. It's a mixture of reality with fakeness, and it's only happening in Shibuya. Why isn't it happening everywhere else in the world? So we'll try to find out what's going on with that. Watch Ito get cucked by the story and shit and not get psychic powers. Probably not. Alright, so we're gonna leave it there for now. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. And if you already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. With that being said, we're gonna leave it there for now. We'll play more of this tomorrow. Thanks for coming through, my boys and girls. This is Koko, baby. Signing off. Have a wonderful night. Get some sleep. And I'll see you boys and girls tomorrow for more streams. Have a wonderful night. Peace. As always, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. That way you stay tuned with the streams. And don't forget to hit that like button. Thanks for coming through. If you want to join the Discord, the link is in the description. And thanks for coming through. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Peace.